Welcome back to Second Floor Basement, your go-to source for anime summaries and recaps. Hit subscribe and join the legion of anime aficionados and otakus riding the wave. Get ready for a wild ride with Berserk of Gluttony. Fate Graphite, the downtrodden gatekeeper for the elite Vlaric family, suffers under their three Holy Knight children who mock him endlessly. His only talent, gluttony, seems more cursed than gift, leaving him perpetually hungry. Amidst his gloom, the kind-hearted Holy Knight Roxy Hart is his sole beacon of hope. When bandits strike the Vlaric estate, Fate accidentally kills one, triggering his gluttony to consume the bandit's soul. This bizarre event boosts his strength and unexpectedly grants him appraisal and telepathy skills. Despite Roxy's offer to join the Hart family, Fate, gripped by fear, remains. His new abilities lead him to a rusty black sword, which he discovers through telepathy is the sentient magic sword Greed. His life takes a sharp turn as he and Greed join forces, defeating a goblin pack and absorbing their strength. Keeping gluttony a secret becomes crucial as it violates divine law. Fate's new life of hidden powers and moral dilemmas deepens when he follows an adventurer, intending to save a young girl from a grim fate. Fate's journey as an unlikely hero begins with rescuing Sahara from the clutches of the vile Hado and safely returning her to her orphanage. Choosing to embrace a new path, he joins forces with Roxy Hart. However, his life is complicated by a growing, insatiable hunger, a side effect of his gluttony skill. Now his eyes turn red with hunger boost, a dangerous enhancement to his abilities that demands regular feeding. Fate plunges into a world of goblins, hobgoblins, and even a goblin king, from whom he acquires the life-saving health regeneration skill. Meanwhile, his bond with Greed strengthens, evolving into a never-miss bow. As his journey unfolds, Fate's struggle with his dark hunger and emerging skills intertwine with his efforts to secretly aid Sahara and the orphanage. Roxy and Fate explore the town, with Fate doubling as her discreet guard. Their simple outing turns complex when they encounter a bullying Holy Knight, leading to an improvised lovers' quarrel act to escape recognition. Telepathy reveals Roxy's unintended enjoyment of their close contact. Fate's internal turmoil grows, realizing knights patrolling the forests threaten his secret feasts for gluttony. Their day is further marred by the Vlaric siblings' cruelty and Roxy's realization of her family's plans unbeknownst to her. Fate's past intersects with the present when a lost child reminds him of a kind knight who once helped him, a figure resembling Roxy. The day ends with a scolding from head-maid Haru and Fate's acquisition of a magic mask to continue his concealed hunts. Fate, now dubbed the Corpse Lich due to his nocturnal activities, accompanies Roxy to her family's vineyards. Here, he learns of the persistent kobold threat and meets a mysterious Gallian girl with her own agenda. Roxy, unaware of a looming danger in the form of a crowned kobold, leads the hunt. Fate, determined to protect her, takes on the creature alone, gaining control over his berserk gluttony in the process. Amidst these challenges, Fate receives a solemn request from Roxy's ailing mother, Lady Aisha, to support Roxy after her passing. Overwhelmed by his unworthiness and the increasing demands of Gluttony, Fate's journey takes a darker turn, leading him to a confrontation with his past and a plot against Roxy's life. Fate's journey takes a brutal turn as he confronts Hato, enacting a vicious revenge that ends with Hato's death and Fate acquiring the powerful Holy Sword technique. This skill inadvertently bestows upon him the status of a Holy Knight. Meanwhile, Roxy embarks on a perilous mission to slay the Divine Dragon, a journey that could take years. Fate, driven by a complex mix of motives, decides to secretly follow her. His path intersects with various characters, including Morgan's daughter Rain, who's researching the corpse lich's victims. Fate's past resurfaces in a bittersweet reunion with Set, his childhood bully, now a desperate man seeking help against monstrous threats. Fate's decisions and actions continue to weave a complex tapestry of heroism, vengeance, and the harsh realities of a world riddled with corruption and danger. Fate's encounter with Set leads to a harrowing battle against wyverns, during which he acquires new skills and makes amends with Set, now a widower. This unexpected alliance propels Fate to a new phase of his journey, taking him to Lancaster City in pursuit of Roxy. Here, he meets Mine, revealing her connection to the mortal weapon sloth and her own burdens. Fate's stay in Lancaster is marked by revelations about the city's rigid social structure and Lord Rudolph's tyrannical rule. His interactions with Greed unveil the existence of 7 mortal weapons and skills, with Gluttony being the most dangerous. Fate's struggle to control his powers and maintain his sanity intensifies, leading to a dramatic escape from Lancaster with Mine, now branded as wanted criminals. In the quaint Hausen village, Fate encounters Aaron Barbatos, a retired holy knight with a keen eye for talent. Recognizing Fate's raw but unrefined strength, Aaron offers him rigorous training to harness his abilities more efficiently. As Fate undergoes this intense training, he becomes acutely aware of a sinister presence lurking within the abandoned Hausen castle. Driven by a sense of duty and curiosity, Fate and Aaron embark on a daunting journey to confront the castle's dark inhabitant, a Lich Lord. The mission turns deeply personal for Aaron as he confronts the reanimated corpses of his family, tragically slain by the Lich Lord. In a poignant battle, Fate is compelled to stand back, understanding that killing Aaron's family himself would doom their innocent souls to eternal consumption by his gluttony skill. Instead, he channels his efforts into defeating the Lich Lord, liberating Aaron's family's souls in a bittersweet victory. The episode concludes with Mine receiving her payment for guarding the village, revealing her long-term goal of rebuilding Gallia. A startling revelation emerges as Aaron recognizes Mine, hinting at her mysterious past that spans decades, possibly centuries. Meanwhile, Raffaele and Mimel's quest for the Philosopher's Stone edges closer to fruition, unbeknownst to them, setting the stage for future turmoil. Roxy's visit to Hausen Village unveils a surprising connection. Aaron Barbatos is her godfather. She learns of Fate's hidden heroics against the Lich Lord, but Aaron keeps Fate's identity a secret at his request. Aaron offers to extend his training to Roxy, deepening their bond. Meanwhile, Fate and Mind journey to her birthplace to confront Haniel, a monstrous chimera created by the Galia government. Fate faces a moral dilemma when tasked with killing Haniel's heart, a Gallian girl, to prevent its eternal resurrection. The battle is arduous, and Fate's victory is marred by sorrow as he devours the girl's soul, experiencing an overwhelming grief. This sorrowful moment reveals a familial connection between Fate, Mind, and the girl, intertwining their fates in a tragic tapestry. As they part ways, Fate and Mind vow to support each other's goals, with Fate secretly following Roxy to Babylon. Here, he adopts the identity of Corpse to hide his true self. The episode climaxes with Fate sensing a murderous intent towards Roxy in the crowd, heightening the sense of impending danger. In Babylon, Fate, under the alias of Corpse, navigates a series of challenges to earn enough gold for a proper scabbard for greed. His journey leads to a confrontation with hunters accusing him of poaching their kills, resulting in a violent skirmish. Roxy, unaware of Corpse's true identity, intervenes but is convinced by Fate's claim of self-defense. The incident raises Fate's profile in Babylon, leading to a half-price deal with Jade, the equipment craftsman, for the scabbard. However, Fate's financial woes persist. The episode takes a darker turn with the arrival of Eris, the embodiment of the deadly sin of lust. She divulges her grand plan involving the birth of a crowned human, which hinges on assassinating Roxy to trigger an explosion of hate. Horrified by her scheme, Fate resolves to protect Roxy at all costs, pitting himself against Eris's machinations. Roxy's mission in Galia intensifies as Fate, seeking Duskstone for Greed's scabbard, is haunted by nightmarish visions. Fate's path crosses with Roxy's as he rescues her camp from a salamander attack, revealing the creature's enchantment to assassinate her. As they journey together to Great Canyon, Fate's connection with Roxy deepens, albeit behind the facade of his corpse mask. Their bond is tested in a series of battles against chimeras, culminating in a fall into a hidden cave. Trapped and recovering, Roxy senses a familiar presence in Corpse, reminiscent of Fate. The episode reaches a climax as the cave collapse uncovers the sought-after Duskstone. Meanwhile, a man with a mask similar to Fate's emerges, adding a new layer of mystery and intrigue. Fate's life in Babylon becomes increasingly tumultuous as he faces a series of duels, resulting in numerous injuries. Roxy's confrontation with Fate leads to a startling revelation as she recognizes his use of Aaron's sword style, connecting him to the cursed man Aaron mentioned. The episode's tension escalates with the approach of a monstrous death march towards Babylon. Fate's focus shifts to a mysterious masked warrior wielding Envy the Black Gunblade, leading to an epic showdown. The battle pushes Fate into the enigmatic domain of E, a realm beyond human limits. The warrior is revealed to be Roxy's subordinate Northern, controlled by Envy. Northern's use of a whistle to summon the divine dragon, the beast that killed Roxy's father, adds a dramatic twist, forcing Fate to intervene and save Roxy, revealing his identity in the process. final episode opens with Fate's desperate battle against Northern, culminating in a shocking illusion and the devouring of Northern's soul. Fate is then transported to a dream world where Luna, the Galleon girl from Haniel, warns him of the dire consequences of using gluttony on the divine dragon. Undeterred by the risk of insanity, Fate slays the dragon to protect Roxy, transferring his powers to Greed in a sacrificial act. When Mine arrives to fulfill her promise of killing him, Roxy's presence miraculously calms Gluttony, sparing Fate from a tragic end. In the aftermath, Eris and Mine explain Northern's manipulation by envy, leading to a shift in Eris's plans. Fate agrees to join her on a new mission, leaving Roxy with a heartfelt letter. The episode concludes with Roxy returning to the capital, while Fate, now armless but with Greed's new magic staff form, embarks on a journey to regain his powers and confront new challenges, setting the stage for his continued adventures.